Start with Mumbai. CNN-IBN special series on the state of public health. Today we're looking at Mumbai. There is no hospitality for the doctors. Their MDs and MSs are living in hostels infested with pests in deplorable, unhygienic conditions. My colleague Radhika filed this report.
Cracked roofs, filthy, stuffy rooms, dilapidated structures. This is the pathetic state of hostels provided for MD and MS doctors of Mumbai, where they are forced to live in subhuman conditions. CNN-IBN visited 3 such hostels located inside and in the periphery of civic hospitals, Sion, KEM and Nair, where about 1,500 resident doctors live. A tiny room is shared by 5 to 6 doctors, most of them forced to sleep on flimsy mattresses on the floor. There are just 3 toilets for every 50 doctors and nobody to clean these toilets, rooms and corridors. The barracks are infested with cockroaches, mosquitoes and bed bugs.
In one room, almost 5 to 6 residents are staying over here. The infrastructure which the hospital is providing us, it's very pathetic.
This after attending to 250 patients in a single day and putting in an average of 18 hours of work. Several doctors have also contracted TB, dengue and diarrhea, owing not entirely to their exposure to patients, but also due to these pitiable living conditions. This doctor was among the many to contract TB last year.
We do not get food on time and heavy working conditions like continuous 48-hour duties.
The Maharashtra Association of Resident Doctors say at least 100 resident doctors have contracted TB in the last 2 years in the state. Many of them are drug-resistant TB cases. Several hundred doctors have contracted dengue in this period.
Approximately 35 to 40% of doctors who are working in emergency services are suffering from stress, and at least 10 to 15% of those are suffering from clinical depression.
The Association of Resident Doctors have taken the strike route several times in the past and have been accused of prioritizing their life over patients. But given the reality of their situation, the doctors say that approaching the Human Rights Commission is their last resort. In Mumbai, Radhika Ramaswamy.
All right, let's go to Radhika now. She's in Mumbai. Radhika, very discouraging for doctors who usually put in extremely long hours because of their profession.
That's right. We have 4,500 resident doctors across the state, and almost 75% of them live in these miserable conditions. They've held several strikes, approached the ministry and also now the Human Rights Commission, but the condition continues to remain the same. I have with me Sagar Mundada, who is the president of Doctors Association of Maharashtra. Sagar, we've just shown the visuals, the horrible visuals of the hostels that you live in. You guys continue to suffer. The conditions are deplorable. Why is it so?
Well, first of all, because the government has a very, very lackluster approach towards the resident doctors. Resident doctors are the backbone of every public hospital in India, but sadly, they are the ones who have to suffer the most. My very simple question to everybody is, hospital is supposed to be the most hygienic place to prevent infection, but the hostels where the resident doctors are staying, that is the place which is most unhygienic. How ironical and shameful is that?
And also you contract tuberculosis and several other deadly diseases, not just because you are exposed to these patients, but also because you live in these miserable conditions.
Regarding this, more than 50 doctors in Maharashtra, resident doctors in Maharashtra have contracted tuberculosis over the last 3 years. Every second person in India has the infection of TB. But you get the disease when your immunity goes down. So each of one is infected with TB. But the resident doctors do not get appropriate meals at appropriate times. They do not get enough sleeping hours. That is why their immunity goes down, and so many cases of doctors getting TB are coming up.
And how does it affect quality patient care?
It affects to a very, very large extent. This issue has been totally neglected by the authorities. As per the international labour laws and the World Health Organization, and also the Honourable Supreme Court of India, no resident doctor should work more than 48 hours per week. We are working for approximately 100 hours per week, double of what we should be doing. At the end of our 24-hour shift, our mental status is that of a mildly drunk person. How are we going to treat critical patients in such a mental situation?
And you've held several strikes, approached Human Rights Commission, approached the ministry. What do they have to say? What is the kind of response you're getting?
The Human Rights Commission, we have written to them, but we haven't got any response from them as of now. Secondly, regarding the ministry, the minister himself seems positive to do something, but only time will tell how that will materialize.
Now the visuals that we've shown are quite telling. So what is your message or the appeal to the ministry?
My appeal to the ministry and to everybody at large is that doctors are also human beings. We consider the hospital to be a sacred place wherein whatever disease we have, that should be removed. And the resident doctors in public hospitals are the core of that. Now, if we ourselves are subjected to such kind of conditions, how can we say that India is progressing, India is developing?
That's Sagar telling us that despite several demands, despite several strikes, the condition on ground continues to remain the same. The doctors continue to suffer, because of which quality patient care continues to suffer.